Kia ora, my brother.
Kia ora, bro.
Yeah. Do you want to do an intro or something? No.
Kia ora, I'm Adam Tolua, born in Auckland, and then did all my schooling in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
Now living back in Auckland, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kia ora.
Yeah, so pretty much I know Adam from school days, and we went through Hamilton Boys High School system and grew up there and done all the trainings and stuff, and we played rugby many years together, Melville. Did we play Tarapa Sevens together in there? Yeah, Tarapa Sevens and yeah, Boys High, but yeah, always sort of been around Adam. Best mates with my younger brother, Declan, bro.
Yeah, so moved to Hamilton.
Yeah.
Obviously my parents wanted to study.
Yeah.
Obviously they were trying to get out of the 9 to 5 and find something a bit better.
Yeah.
So while they were studying, we moved to Hamilton and then started my schooling. So I was actually chucked in to karate as my first sport.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So didn't even know about rugby. Played a little bit league.
Yeah. So what, you like are you a black belt or something?
Yeah. But
I didn't even know that, actually.
so I had to, pretty much our old man said, you can't move sport until you get your black belt. So most of my younger days was just karate focused, doing tournaments, probably 6 or 7 tournaments a year.
True.
So yeah, definitely travelled around New Zealand pretty young.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy it. It was definitely my sport where I was good at.
Yeah.
And that I was training and focused on, where I was, this is the sport, I'm good at it, so I'll stick at it.
Yeah.
And having Dad as coach was really good.
Yeah.
He was hard, and definitely we got to know this lake really good.
True.
Yeah.
On the fact your old man loved it too, and you know, you wanted to make your old man proud as well, so it would have been,
And being karate, it's a good sport for families. So our whole whānau was doing karate, whether it was our whānau, cousins, uncles and aunties. So probably got a few black belts in the whānau now.
True.
So, it just became a trend and everyone was jumping on. Let's go get a black belt.
That's mean, dude.
And so that was my first sport.
You want the black belt?
It was crazy. And then I went to Hamilton Boys High.
So you done karate all the way through like your young life, and then went to high school?
Yeah, and still
then
was doing karate.
Oh yeah, and then still doing karate?
Because I think I was still trying to get to black belt so I could make a shift, because obviously I was starting to build circles in schools where they were playing rugby, and I was like, this is a pretty cool sport. It's a team sport as well.
Yeah.
So obviously karate, you're kind of on your own on the mat.
Yeah.
So I was really drawn to it in that way.
Yeah.
So I went to Hamilton Boys High.
What year did you start? 2004?
Yeah. 2004 to 2009.
Yeah.
And
what was your first thing of like? Did you know about rugby before that, or?
Nah, not even growing up, we didn't really watch rugby, or I didn't have any rugby dreams, or didn't even know. I think I only knew John Lamu, and that was about it.
Yeah. The old token rugby man.
Yeah, because the old man would just play karate videos non-stop. And people would, I would have visitors come over and they would be putting in his little tape playing. Like, oh, bro,
come on,
not again. So we didn't really watch much other sports.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't drawn to it by being, this would be a good career for me. So I never had any rugby goals.
Yeah.
Until I went to Hamilton Boys High. Started meetings. So because I got the sports award for intermediate, and then came to high school, and I was like, whoa, there's some
mean fellas.
There's some mean fellas here training.
It's like a little fish into a big pond.
And I was like, okay, this is definitely a high level.
Yeah.
You know, and people are excelling in all sports, and I was like, okay, I'll give rugby a go. And to start off, it was just purely for just playing with the boys. Yeah. And then obviously meet your brother there.
Yeah. Under 14s, eh?
Yeah.
He was telling me about your high knees at RP.
Yeah. So definitely had good times there, and definitely a great school for if you want to have a go at it. But, and then finished school there. Obviously we made first 15. And
how'd the first 15? Like, what was so when were you part of the first 15?
I think I had a little dabble. I think probably first out of the boys. I think it was maybe Tawera was there as well.
Yeah.
And
what year? Like 2007-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I was only still fourth form or fifth form.
Yeah.
And did one training session, they're doing 400s, and I was
those 400s on the front floor?
Yeah. I think it was only Trent that was like, come on, because I was coming in last. So and fitness.
Let's go, brother.
I got a shock about fitness. I'm in Hamilton Boys High, because our next level.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't been training on your own. So I was doing karate training, but I kind of stopped because I got my black belt kind of halfway through.
Yeah.
And then I was able to play rugby, but I didn't really have a mentor like Dad, because he was the one who was constantly making me train. So when I shifted to rugby, I didn't really have anyone to look up to in that space.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just show up and train. And so all of my training habits just went out the door.
True.
And just purely focused, relied on talent.
Yeah.
And luckily got through most of it.
Yeah.
But fitness was always a struggle.
So I remember freaking Dix was saying one time that you found it hard to like because the morning trainings you'll be scared that your alarm wouldn't go off.
Oh yeah.
So you were like be tripping out the whole night and then wake up tired in the morning.
Yeah, the mornings.
Those early mornings.
Anxiety, just like because I was scared to miss the trainings.
Yeah,
just seeing that soft if you're like, I come to Monday.
Hard.
And Mondays is when you burn.
Was the ticker ones there?
Yeah. You know, that's where I had to make sure I was making those.
Yeah.
And obviously I was panicking and I was like, shit. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Oh, okay. I'm staying up just so I make sure.
Yeah.
But those trainings were good.
Yeah. So you done. I remember you being in the seconds for a little bit when you were doing all the Super 8 stuff.
Yeah.
We were traveling around and we'd go to the same places. And I remember that. When was your first full year of first 15?
Probably 2018. Oh no, 2008.
Oh, 2008. 2008. Yeah. Oh, because 07 would have been when you were in the seconds. And then 08. Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember now.
Because I was kind of up against Murray in that.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Murray.
Shottles. I got you on the bench.
Because you were number 8. That's right. Yeah. And then
it was. Yeah.
Oh, true.
And that was a challenge because I was so unfit that they were trying to chuck me in prop. And I was like,
I remember that.
We need to do some mahi.
Because Murray was secondary schools then, eh? Yeah, that's right.
And then I think Semesi as well.
Yeah.
Started coming into play.
And Pix was he number 8 or mostly lock?
He was mainly a 6.
Oh, he was 6, 8, 6, that's right.
And then, but I really enjoyed it. It was hard.
Talk to me about your repeat year, or 09.
Oh,
because you ended up being the captain, didn't you?
Nah.
I thought you were the captain. Nah,
that year was probably didn't need to go back.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know what I was going to do after rugby. And
repeat year, like AG?
Oh man,
my man.
I was like, yeah, we're going back.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
And I talked to him, Hotham, and he was like, oh, you're more than welcome to come back.
Did you have to do the meeting with Mrs. Hassel?
Nah.
I had to do a full-on meeting, bro.
Oh, okay.
Dressed up in my number 1s and all, and had to explain to her why I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I had to do that anyway. Carry on.
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah.
He just gave me the, you're back. Training starts here.
Yeah.
And again, probably a poor summer.
Yeah.
So I came in pretty rough and had to work my way back in. But that was a good learning curve and kind of just had to really be like, okay, what are we going to do after school?
Yeah.
Because this was when they were trying to put me as prop.
Yeah. Because I saw you had number 1 on your back.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So it was kind of a...
You would have been the fastest prop around, would you?
Yeah, I surprised myself. I was like, I'm playing prop.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
What were the scrums like?
All good.
Was your neck like all good after the game?
Yeah, it was burning.
Oh, yo.
Come out of the game like, oh,
yeah.
But no, I actually really enjoyed that year.
Yeah.
It was less stress, but it was good to see all the young ones coming through. And then, because obviously we drew their previous year.
Because you would have been the big dog by then, because you're like second year sim form sort of. And
yeah, it was just like I was saying, trying to take that leadership role, because obviously Hotham was like, you guys got to lead the boys. I think it was me and Fraser Neal.
Yeah.
Chauncey and I think that was
Chauncey, bro, gangster player. That goosey, bro. That goosey, bro.
Yeah. So obviously won it. Good season.
Yeah.
And I kind of left there. I was like, I think I achieved that goal.
So who'd you play in the top 4 at the finals?
I think it was Mount Albert in the
semi,
and then St. Bede's.
St. Bede's in the final. And was it at Rotorua again?
Yep.
Yeah, at the International Stadium.
Yeah, so we had a big crowd in that.
Oh.
Yeah, Nutty was going off on that game. So.
Oh, Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H was ripping up.
Oh, I'm catching up with him next week too.
Oh, yeah. So.
Oh, was he like scoring all the tries and shit?
Oh, he was just a freak.
Hey, what was he up to? Was he like, bro, just running through the whole back line?
He was ready. He was like, my time.
Yeah. Triple H.
So it was good to play with him. Yeah. And even like the likes of Adam Byrne in that.
Yeah. Because he'll be a couple years younger than you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, they were really good. So I was like, him, Nick Ross and that. Yeah. And Hugh Blake.
Oh, Nick Ross had an engine, 15 on the beep. I remember the day when we done the first 15 preseason, and he got 15 on the beat, and I was supposed to be the fitness man.
Oh yeah.
So I just went into another world, bro, and went, this young fella's come in here and done that. I've got to do something here. That's when I got the 16 on the beat.
Bro, you got some records.
But I was going to get I almost blacked out. My eyes went white and everything. But seeing him get the 15-5 or whatever, I was like, bro, I've never done that, and I'm supposed to be fit.
Stop, bro.
I was just like, nah, I've got to win. I've got to win this.
Took him at fullback. But no, met some really good boys there. And obviously, they had their successes in there in regard in terms of rugby. But then I kind of left school going, what the hell
am I doing
now?
What do I do?
And mainly, especially through high school, I only just played rugby to be with the boys.
Yeah.
I didn't even have no goals.
Well, that's why everyone plays rugby. Had you played any representative during the first 15? Like Waikato or...
Nah, not really.
Nah. True. Yeah. I thought you would have at least been under 16s or under 18s Waikato.
Oh, might have been under 18.
Oh, yeah. As a number 8 or prop?
Yeah, 6.
Oh, 6, yep.
I think.
Yep.
And then obviously 20s for Waikato, but
Oh, 20s, under 20s.
after,
Yeah, leaving school and then knowing what to do. And
yeah, I didn't have any clue. And I guess leaving school, it was, do I go to work or do I study?
Yeah.
So instead, I just jumped on the benefit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do any of those things. And yeah, kind of just got stuck in a cycle of not knowing what I want to do, but just I want to try.
Yeah, yeah.
Because everyone started going to doing their own things once you start leaving school.
It's like everyone just goes like that, eh? Like everyone's gone and you're like, shit, what am I going to do?
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So straight on the benny and started finding work here and there.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get chucked straight into club rugby.
Yeah, yeah. Where'd you go?
I went to Tarapa.
Yep.
Went to Tarapa. And like again, saw a bunch of the boys going there.
Yeah.
Because I only like playing with your brother.
Yeah.
That was that.
Yeah, because Dix and Riley were there, eh?
Yeah.
Davey Basin was there too. Yeah.
So we had a good young squad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
did Chauncey go there too? Yeah, Chauncey was there as well.
Nate George, I think.
Oh, did Nate go there?
Pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a hissing team.
Yeah, all young though.
Yeah.
And then Tarapa, and definitely it was a good start to club rugby.
Yeah.
Because they kind of still had their.
Because Tarapa was like on the comeback, eh?
Yeah.
Now trying to be established in the first grade sort of thing, eh? Yeah.
And it's your first go playing with men.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, that's a scary thing coming out of school because you think, oh no, I've got to face a man.
Yeah. So
how was it for you? Like that whole transition from little boy rugby and then now you got to face men.
I felt very light.
Yeah.
Very skinny.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah. But
were you faster and fitter than them?
Yeah, we're faster, fitter.
Yeah.
Kind of knew rugby at a fast pace as well, but yeah, in terms of contact.
But the contact is
next
when
level.
they get you, eh?
Especially as a forward.
Yeah.
You definitely need to put at least.
I was lucky because I was a halfback. I just sit in behind the ruck and just sort of direct.
Yeah, I know.
Sad.
Well, I'll get in there.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely enjoyed it. It was a good start, kind of to see if you wanted to, be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, my main focus was like, I just said to Dex, I was like, were you playing? He was like, Tarapa, we'll go there.
Oh yeah, that's us.
Because I still didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
In terms of a career or lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we'll go to Tarapa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously, we were still heavily involved with sevens as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was probably a sport that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because you kind of get a bit more freedom and like again, it was to challenge myself because of my fitness was always poor.
Yeah.
But
why was your fitness poor, you reckon?
It was because I had a weak mindset.
What do you mean?
Not a weak mindset. It was just I didn't have any goal in rugby.
Yeah. So you're just like playing it with the boys.
I'm just there to be with the boys.
Yeah.
And not understanding that a lot of the the
Did
boys
you
that
like enjoy the fitness or nah?
Nah, not one bit, because I don't have a reason why I'm doing it. It's just, okay.
That's how because that was the main thing that I loved. Was absolutely to empty the tank. That was my fun. That gave me endorphins, bro, to just go hard and do fitness. Yeah. So like from your perspective, you just hated it. Like
I was like, my talent is aggression, tackling, and running.
Yeah. Well, you got to be fit to run.
I know. But I was like, I don't just have this drive for fitness. But I understand now. Yeah. Because I was like, okay. And I was like, because I was just relying on talent. I was like, and just wanted to play with
you always had that flair, and you had that physical dominance about you, and the mindset that you're going to get over the other person in front of you, sort of thing. Yeah. So and that probably came from your karate background too, like being disciplined. Yeah. And Yeah. And plus, alcohol started to come into play as well. Yeah. A lot of drinking and that was like when you turn 18, first time going to the club, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, let's go Friday, Saturday, all day.
Yeah.
All day, bro. So
all day.
That was a hard one to kind of escape. Yeah. I just didn't set any goals around rugby, so I was just present. Yeah, what you mean. And plus, my circle that I was in all had rugby goals. Yeah. There was Dex, you. Yeah. And they all excelled as well, but I was just like, I was just enjoying playing rugby after that. Yeah. So I didn't really set any goals, and it kind of just, purpose-wise, I was like, I'm just here to have fun. Yeah. Yeah. Did
you venture off into Waikato 7 straight away, or?
No, it was actually your brother who constantly, because I got DIC, so I had no car.
Oh no, I've been DIC.
Yeah. I got it for a whole year. Yeah. And then Dex was training for his sevens. Yeah. And he was like, bro, I'll pick you up. I need someone to train with me. Yeah. And that got me the fittest I've ever been.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard. And I was glad I went through it too. Yeah. Even though it was only 6 months of it, but I was like, this is the level that you have to be, and I'm, not close, but I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you, my brother.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm with you, brother.
I'll be finished soon. Yeah. But it was cool to be around, and your brother was at a high level as well, so I was like, oh, shucks.
Where would you guys go? Just down to Tarapa and then?
Hamilton All Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
down there.
Any weather.
Wallaby Park.
Wallaby Park.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like, okay, that kind of set me up well. Yeah. To have a go at some rep teams.
And then then you jumped in the sevens that year, probably 2013 or 14 or something, eh?
Yeah, around about.
And then we played that North Island qualifier for the Nationals at the stadium, eh? Yeah. How'd you find that?
Tough. Yeah. Especially at that level, I was just like, oh, okay, it's not about fun. You know, we're here to win.
Yeah.
I was like, shucks. So I definitely got a shock, even just working with Rog. That level.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. Yeah. Okay. But I started getting a bit more motivated to do, my own training. And and you got to maintain it. It's just trying to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
And luckily, I did that season with your brother just to get me in a good.
Yeah, a little bit of a base.
Yeah, but after that, I think it was that tournament in Waikato at the stadium.
Yeah.
And I didn't have I didn't really have a few good games, and then I kicked in, and I just was like, nah.
Yeah.
And then I think we had another training, did a beat test, and I was like, I think I got 12 or something, or 11.
Oh, true.
11,
yeah.
And then got the cut.
Oh,
I needed it because I was like, I was just scared.
Was that before the Nationals were coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think, we got dropped. And I was like, that's probably a good decision because my head's not in it right now.
Yeah.
And it hurt.
Yeah. Could imagine. Yeah.
Because it was.
Because you still want to be there with the boys too.
Yeah. Okay, now I got to go back to the job.
Where were you working?
Washing cars or some sort.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might have been around that year with Aaron.
Yeah.
And it's like, tedious job.
Yeah.
And you start going from job to job, still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I just know I was just scared of trying something, goal orientated.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no belief in this.
No belief. Yeah.
A lot of my actions were based on other people's opinions. Oh, you should do this. You should do that.
Yeah. So you were just sort of going the way that they were telling you to go. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You should go study. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. What am I going to say?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go do it.
Go work at this place. Oh, okay. Yeah. Go play for this team.
Just because I was too scared to make a decision for myself.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
And I started doing studies in Tauranga, doing fashion.
I remember that when you were going over there. Yeah.
So I was happy I was starting to explore it. Yeah.
Because that was like
everything, bro.
Oh, true. Full out fashion show.
Yeah, not me walking down.
Bro, talk to us about that, G.
Oh, no.
Was it like
studying fashion.
Did you make your own clothes and stuff? Yeah, I remember.
And it was cool because I'm quite a creative person anyway, so it was like a space.
Oh, bro, your art, G.
Yeah.
I remember your art. Holy.
Yeah.
Unreal. Do you still do art? Nah, far out. Bro, you had some mean art pieces that I saw.
I do art in some space, but in a digital form.
Yeah.
Whether it's for businesses or small business, but it's because mainly just around businesses.
Yeah.
Waikato under 20s.
Yeah, so Hamilton Boys first 15?
Oh, yeah, Hamilton Boys first 15 for 3 years.
Yep.
And then after that, Waikato club as well.
So Waikato 20s, was it?
Yeah, so Waikato 20s. Part of the development squad, Waikato development squad for a bit.
How many years?
Probably 1 or 2.
Yep.
And after that would be, did I say sevens? Waikato sevens, but mainly just in training camps.
Yep.
And then after that, there's a club. Club is Te Rapa, Melville, Morrinsville, Hamilton, Old Boys.
That's where I played with you,
Yeah.
Old Boys. And then Melbourne 2019?
Yeah. And I think that's it. And then I went and played Woku.
Oh, yeah.
Played for Woku as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, out of all the years of rugby, what's the favourite year of the rugby?
Probably 2. Obviously, Boys High.
Yep.
And East Coast.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. So 2009 Boys High?
Yep.
Yeah, 2000. And what year was East Coast?
2008.
What's that?
2008.
Oh, 2008. Yeah. Oh, sweet. And the East Coast was like 2015. 2015.
Yeah, 2015, I think. Sweet, too.
Yeah. So you played a year of Heartland rugby or more?
Yeah, bro.
What did you play for?
Just 1 year for East Coast.
East Coast.
So,
talk to me about that and the travel.
Yeah.
The money. How long is the drive?
5 or 6 hours.
6 hours to go to training at night and then come back home.
No, we didn't even train. Show up on game day.
Straight up. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you just turn up to the game day or the night before?
The night before.
Oh, yeah, and then just stay the night.
A few of us.
Yeah. How many?
3 of us.
Yep.
And then we'll travel down, but it was definitely one of my favourite rugby times. Best season that I've had.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, just the enjoyment. The passion, culture.
Yeah.
Enjoyed every bit of it. And it was different too, getting out of Hamilton and playing something different.
Do you have Māori in you, eh? Are you Māori and Samoan?
Yeah, so Māori, Samoan, Scottish.
Oh, yeah. So do you whackapapa back to East Coast at all?
Nah.
Ngāti Porou?
No.
Oh, no.
Ngāti Tata e Ngaitirangi.
Eh?
Ngaitirangi.
Oh, yeah.
Tauranga and then Ngāti Tata e Woku.
Yeah. So what was it like East Coast like? What was
loved it.
Hey? Yeah. Remember the haka?
Best feeds. Oh, yeah.
Wait, talk about the haka. What was it like from an East Coast perspective?
It was just passionate.
Yeah.
Obviously playing for Rainford Shield as well. That was definitely a highlight.
That was a bit of a buzz, eh?
Yeah, it was trippy.
Yeah.
Because I think I was training with Waikato, but
yeah.
I think because I was all over the show, so I kind of left.
Yeah.
Took a bad L and then went to East Coast. Luckily, they let me play with them, and just I felt myself there.
Yeah.
And
more of your vibe, sort of thing.
Yeah. And it was a shame that we didn't get to train with them, but it was a very tight unit.
Yeah.
But I loved every bit of it.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. So, yeah.
Like for that week of that the Rainford Shield, how was the prep and what was the mindset? What were you going out there to do?
Yeah, we had a few corridors like as though you'd be playing Waikato. And I was like, there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And it was trying to just focus on this is an opportunity to win something great and for history to come. It'll be definitely a memorable win for for the future. So we try to focus on that.
Yeah.
And obviously the haka.
Yeah.
That was the most intense haka I've done in rugby.
Yeah. It was pretty happy,
I think it was me and you.
Yeah, me and you in each other's face.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it on video, but you can sort of see me doing some of the actions. It was like that. And it was like, I don't know why I'm doing this to Adam, but he's there, and he's probably the safest person to go to right now. And I was just like,
your face was like, I was
like I say, like, you knew that I wouldn't hit you, but it was like, but it was because we were like right in each other's face, but it was just because of the whole environment day and the atmosphere.
And it was a great day too. Yeah. For both sides.
I just remember the whole like community doing that first part of the haka.
Yeah.
Like, and I saw all the rangatahi, all the little kids, bro, and I was like, bro, this is on.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there going, yo, this is on, and then my emotions just took over, G. And then as soon as we sort of advanced, bro, you fellas just, went straight over halfway. It was like, because that was part of our haka, was to come forward a little bit. And as soon as we came forward a little bit, you were like, nah, we're coming over there. Hey, mate, you get back over there, bud.
Well, awesome game, mate.
Yeah, it was mean,
I just remember going back at half time, because obviously we were pretty tight in the first half.
Yeah, it was 22-15 at half time. Yeah.
And we sat there,
and I looked around, we
were like,
he's tired.
I'm speaking for me anyway.
I was tired too. I was so tired of that game. I don't know why. Was it the crayfish you gave us the night before? Because we had some crayfish at the marae.
Hey, they blame the cray.
I remember a couple of people had the food poisoning after too, and they had to stay. Rory Grice. He had food poisoning after we had a feed that night, and he couldn't even come to the game, dude.
Oh well.
Like, oh damn.
Missed it. I don't know if it was the food.
Yeah, but no, it was. Bro, I just remember it being so warm. Like it was summer, but it was winter. And I was like, bro, this is like mean here.
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
And the crowd, the support there.
Yeah, unreal. They felt the bro on his horse, too.
Yeah.
Like what's his name, dude?
I can't remember. But it was awesome, bro. He was on,
dude. But no, fuck. So how was the whole experience of doing the Heartland rugby compared to sort of the more professional, traditional way of the rugby now, which is to go to the provinces like Waikato, Auckland, Taranaki? What was it like the Heartland rugby?
It's still a high level.
Yeah. He's travelling around in New Zealand, flying around?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Depending, And I think the difference is a lot of those players in the Heartland are still working jobs, probably got big whānaus to cater for as well.
Yeah, but they're still passionate about rugby, Yeah.
So we're not training as much.
Yeah. Well, you can't because you guys are in different
all over
locations. Yeah, logistics can't really.
But it does give opportunity to some boys to kind of really shine in there.
Yeah.
And kind of be a leader in those spaces as well.
Because I've seen some success stories come out of the Heartland rugby where they become full-time professional players.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah. But I think about it like the Heartland rugby, bro, is like everyone is just as good as professional players. The only thing is the professionals get more time to invest in their craft and they get paid. They get paid to do it and like you can take anyone out of the Heartland and put them into a system.
Oh, they'll thrive.
They'll be thriving and doing well as well. So
But to put them anywhere, like it's called Heartland for a reason because they just play with heart. Especially if you're from that region. And you're coming into that region to play with the next level. I was like, whoa, this is passion. This is real passion here.
I was definitely feeling a change when the first few rucks were happening. There was like things going down at the rucks that like don't happen in the professional. But I was like, oh, okay, this is how we play here. All right, this is what's going on.
I can't really remember the game plan. It was just smash.
Go hard.
Hence why half time we're like, whoa.
Yeah. It was hot as though that day. It was so hot. Like, have you heard my the corridor that Lionel was giving? I done a video with Lionel. Yeah, crack off, He's sitting on the side.
I remember that fight too.
Yeah.
Because I look back and I seen them.
It was the bro. I won't say his name, but Hogre. Hogre and Lionel and somebody else from your team. And who else? No one.
Oh, I ran into.
Was it 2v1? Or
no, I ran into just.
I just remember fists were flying.
Yeah, they were flying. I was like, oh, no, we'll just.
Yeah, because I was watching it on the video. The cameraman started videoing it. Instead of videoing the game, and it was like, bang, like that. I was like, what's going on?
It was an emotional game.
Yeah. But now we had a mean. There's a mean reception after, We had a mean feed.
Yep.
Was it the club rooms? Nah. Was it a marae there, Yeah, we had a mean feed in there, and it was like, bro, biggest feed I'd ever seen at a rugby game.
That's why I loved it.
Yeah. Was it always like
every time?
Every time?
Yeah, if we hosted, I was like, well.
Kaimoana all the time?
all day.
Oh,
I don't even like Kaimoana, but I was like, I'm giving this a go.
That's mean. Yeah. Oh, so that was the norm. I thought we were just getting the red carpet rolled out for us. Yeah. Was it just like that all the time?
Pretty much, that's what I remember.
Yeah. Oh, that's the way you got to treat the visitors,
I was like, whoa, this is good food.
That's mean.
Yeah, so they definitely looked after us well.
Yeah. What's your favourite coach you've ever had?
Probably Nigel Hotham was probably top tier. And he definitely knew how to challenge you. Get the best out of you. Ask the right questions and make you figure it out. He wasn't one to go do this. It was more like talking to you so you can realise your potential and what you're going to do about it.
Yeah. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Like the main traits of a good coach would be then? Like, what do you think? Like,
first, know how to lead. And then know how to take feedback and listen. And I think with Mr. Hotham was he took the time to learn their families as well.
Yeah, yeah.
He knew most of knew my parents, probably yours as well.
Yeah,
we had those conversations and kind of could understand the settings outside of rugby for you.
Yeah.
So then that would help, on field performance.
Nice. So yeah, no, definitely great. Oh yeah, so at the moment you want to see what you're doing now, or and like what are you up to now, and what's the goal now? And
pretty much working on building a family business.
Yeah.
And working on the side as well. We've set some big family goals.
Yeah.
So I've kind of put away any other distractions, like I can't really play rugby and all these other things. So I just want to be focused on this.
Yeah, bro.
And yeah, that's been pretty much the priority at this stage.
Have you still been carrying on with your karate as well?
Oh, more in a supportive role.
Yeah.
Whether it's coaching or.
Oh yeah.
Dad's still got his dojo in Woku.
Yeah. Siblings still going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law had his first tournament, so.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool, and we're lucky to have that space as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's our outlet.
Yeah.
Especially for my siblings.
Yeah. I used to get along with my cousins. So my cousins in Aussie, they all karate. Yeah. They all do the karate there. Yeah.
It's a great family sport to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Any level, so.
Bro, in karate, you don't actually hit them, mate. You do? Yeah, talk to us about that. Like,
It's pretty much like kickboxing.
Yeah.
But we just don't punch to the head.
Oh, yeah, just body?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No grapple.
No grapple. Okay. So, yeah, true.
So great sport.
Yeah.
Have a good record.
Oh, yeah, and you don't have to worry about concussions either.
Oh, you can still get kicked in the head.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can get kicked in the head?
Yeah, we can kick in the head.
But you have got headgear on?
Depending on what level.
Oh, yeah,
so usually the juniors, or if you're a novice.
Yep.
And then they'll probably pad you up.
Oh,
if you're elite, then it's
there's no gear at all.
No gear at all. Just
let's go.
Yeah,
true. But what's it like, the mentality of doing the karate? Like, obviously it's a discipline. What are the processes in your head when you're going into basically, what do you call it, a fight now? What do you call it?
Yeah, fight.
A fight. Yeah. What's the processes, bro? Like, what's the mindset?
It was totally different. I think that transition from karate to sport to rugby was quite tough.
Yeah.
When you're doing karate, it's just you on the mat, so you have to make sure you're on.
Yeah.
But in rugby, I kind of slipped away from where I could hide in that setting, in the team environment. So a great team, you can trust the whole team to do their job. So that's what I enjoyed about karate. Yeah. Also, it was quite a big fear thing as well.
So standing alone, and you're vulnerable, and this is just all you.
All you, straight in there.
Yeah. What was like your first karate fight like? What did it feel like?
Oh, got a hiding. My first fight got absolutely smoked.
Yeah.
But I think that's where the fire started. I was like,
I don't
ever want to
feel like that again. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We were quite young too, and at that time there was an older girl there.
Yeah.
So she was giving all the youngins hidings.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I want to beat you. So I was getting, it was tough at first.
Yeah.
But once I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I want to be good at this.
Yeah. Does your do you try and take emotion out of it? And like obviously, the natural human instincts to get aggression and all that. Like, do you try and be like more not passive, but like take your emotion out, sort of, so you can like work the fighter out or work out plans to trap him? Or
yeah, I think because most of my fights were young.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much I started fighting around 18. Yeah. But at that time it was to stay calm was probably the best.
Staying calm. Yeah. Focused.
Aggression wise, your whole plan goes out the door.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to win and you'll get caught.
Yeah.
But we get trained to fight calmly and
control. And be present.
Yeah. And try to stick to a game plan.
Yeah. Because obviously aggression and anger obviously will scatter your attention. Yeah. So you can't really focus on what you're doing.
And plus I was a cheeky fighter.
Oh, true. What do you mean?
I would fight with a smile, like, I'm going to win this.
Yeah. Like, let's go.
Because I was very flexible, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I do splits, nails. So I could kick heads. So that was just like, I got you. So it became fun.
Yeah. Because you knew you were going to win.
Yeah, in my head. Yeah. That was the first time I believed in myself.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to win this. I can kick you in the head, bro.
Yeah, that's all I need to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't until rugby that I kind of kicked in aggression. I was like,
So it's like totally different mindsets from the fighting
for me.
For you to the rugby. Yeah. But you could like have an avenue where you could let out some aggression.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the aggression stuff happens in training.
Yeah.
Where you let it out.
Yeah.
That's where you find your mistakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, for karate for me it was fun on the mat.
Yeah. Because I know in the rugby if I react to things that people are doing on the field, that's when I know I'm sort of off. Yeah, if I like someone does something sneaky to me or like tries to have a go at me or whatever, if I react to that or like try and get dominant over them or hold them on the ground or something or maybe throw a cheeky punch, that's sort of when I knew I was a bit off and needed to like recenter and then go back to the process and focusing on what I'm doing. Yeah. Is it sort of like the same thing in karate? Do you like have those sort of things happen? We're like, oh, he got me there, I got to get him back.
That's what I mean by sticking to the game plan. So my game plan is, he's a bigger fella. Yeah. I'll keep my distance. And he gives me a short one and now I'm getting angry. I'm like,
I've got to chase him. He got me, I've got to get him. Yeah.
So,
okay.
But with rugby, I needed aggression. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll just be playing real.
Just placid.
Yeah. There was no focus, it was just running around. So I try to, in most games in the first, depending if I was starting, I'll try to do a hit up or something just to get me in their mindset. Yeah. Now I'm
switch you on a bit.
Yeah. Especially if I got hit and I'm like, okay, thank you.
You wake me up. Thank you very much for that. Now you're in for it, bro. Yeah. I think we was talking about that minutes. I haven't got the engine, but I'll go.
Yeah. That's all I need.
I got you.
Yeah. Because aggression just gave me a bit of 10% at the end.
So it probably give you extra fitness too.
Yeah, but that's what I was talking about my mindset and fitness was never on. Yeah.
What somebody had to spark you up with aggression before a fitness session?
No. Declan used to say, I'll give you $20 if you can beat me. That didn't make a cent.
It's crack.
Yeah, it was like, come on. I was like, this is just not it. Yeah. But it was just because all I was telling myself when I was doing fitness was stop. Not if I keep this up, I can get better. Better today, better tomorrow. Better. It was just like that's.
Oh, this is like I don't want to do this. I just have to do this. You attach it. Like a sort of a negative feedback loop. Yeah.
But I will say this: I definitely had the talent to excel. If I
we know that.
But if I believed in myself, and I just didn't. It just got fixated around. I'll just play the decks. And then when he started making teams, I was like,
"Fuck you, bro!"
now what I'm gonna do? But I was just attaching my
identity. Yeah.
I never really looked myself in the mirror and be like, "What do you actually want to do?" Because is rugby it? Oh, maybe not.
Negative feedback loop. Yeah.
But I will say this: I definitely had the talent to excel. If I
we know that.
But if I believed in myself, and I just didn't. It just got fixated around. I'll just play the decks. And then when he started making teams, I was like,
"Fuck you, bro!"
now what I'm gonna do? But I was just attaching my
identity. Yeah.
I never really looked myself in the mirror and be like, "What do you actually want to do?" Because is rugby it? Oh, maybe not.
That was like when I left school. I didn't actually know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I loved rugby, and Taranaki wanted me to be in the academy, and I'm down in Taranaki doing an apprenticeship for what is it, engineering? Or trying to get an apprenticeship, and just because their club sponsored my club, and they said, "Oh, yeah, you're going there," and just 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and training before and after work, and then just do that until you get a contract and go, "Oh, I never want to work again." They give me that contract, $15K. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you very much.
Come on,
anything.
I've been doing jobs I hate for years.
But it's a tough mindset to switch into because bro, I think I've had at least 50 jobs, bro, just doing it because I have to, and just thinking I have to do that in order to get the money to be able to be in life and provide or have a roof over your head, have food, pay the bills. And I've been done some terrible jobs, bro, just because I thought I had to. But you don't actually have to do that. You can find your own way and do your own thing and come up with your own plan.
Well, just have the courage to have a go at something that you really want to do.
I think it comes back to that too, is backing yourself. When you back yourself, then you're obviously going to want the best for yourself, and then your mind is clear and you can get goal orientated about what you really want to do, what you're passionate about. Sounds like you're on a good track anyway with your whānau, and you're pretty aligned. And
because it was tough through the 20s, obviously we had heaps of personal issues, and I definitely had a victim mentality. And just
what do you mean like victim? What do you mean like victim mentality?
I used to blame everything. My situation at this point, I would blame other people.
I know.
I never really looked in the mirror and be like, "You're here because of you."
Straight up.
All your actions that you've done.
Everything that you've done, you're a product of what you have actually done.
I was like, okay. And when I finally would look in the mirror, and I was arguing. I was just like, "Oh, okay." But I forgave myself. I was like, "Okay, That's probably the most critical step, is forgiving. And then kind of just started going down the route to get to know myself. I was like, I don't actually know. I know what other people wanted me to do. I know what they thought was, I was going to be and all this. But when I was like, okay, I don't really know who I am. So I'll start there. Go Adam.
Hey, Adam. Nice to meet you, my bro.
Nice to finally meet you.
But you can get a lot of head noise going on listening to people too, because I've done that my whole life, bro. My whole life, I just always was listening to people too much, almost. Like always taking on what they had to think about me. Whereas when I was younger, I'd just be like, I wouldn't even listen to them, bro, and just carry on being myself. But when I went into rugby and that, and especially coaches, I used to just take on board too much, get fixated too much on what they were saying to me, and then it actually puts your worth down, and you start thinking that you are what they're saying you are, and you fall into that sort of trap. So that does make a lot of sense like that to me. But my best year I ever had in rugby, or just anything, was 2016 when I stopped listening to the coaches. I literally, bro, would just go like this. They'll be talking to me, whatever, one ear out the other, and I'll just be going, "Yep." You're nodding my head, but in my head I'm going, "Whatever, bro. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I want. Yep, I'll do exactly that. Yep." And then just go do what I want anyway. And then they attribute it to the good advice they gave you, but actually you're just being yourself and expressing yourself on the pitch or whatever, and all of that stuff goes, it translates into your real life as well. And
it's a big part, and a lot of people haven't looked in the mirror yet. And they don't know why they're in that position. But I guess I can speak on someone who didn't make it, but found peace in it, and happy that I've got another plan. But it was tough, and kind of, because all I was focusing on was negative stuff. So obviously, I'm going to have negative actions. And it just dropped my belief in myself even more. And I was cheating, lying, not being a good friend. Blaming everyone else. And I'm never going to be successful having that mentality. So, it took a few years.
And when you switch it around to the other way, where you're grateful, and you start being grateful for things, and then that whole loop starts, and then everything starts working out, and you're like, "Oh, far out, this is good, being grateful and happy and
giving and selfless." And I know it's a battle that I will continue to have. Like every day's a battle. Okay, today, what are my goals? I'll try to achieve these. So
do you set out your weeks, or you're planning your week in there?
Try to be accountable as much as possible.
So you know what you're going to do the next day. I'm going to do this and this, and these are the things I'm going to do. And
I have off days. I'm like, it starts out that one, but we'll get better.
Some days I wake up sometimes and I'm just in the mood sometimes, and I'm just like, wow, what's going on? And man, talking shit to them, like just angry mood, and because you're not going to have a happy day every day, obviously, and just knowing what to do, how to turn it around in those days, and getting back to centre.
And because you know yourself now better, you know your triggers, or you know what works and what spaces you can be in. And even coming to Hamilton's sometimes it's tough. So I'm like, embrace it. Happy to be here.
Because coming back to Hamilton, like, do you have some negative associations and stuff from the past?
No, not really. It's all in my head, really. But I'm just mindful of that shit. It's more how I talk to myself when I'm here. So I'm like, okay. that chat's coming back. I know what that means.
Yeah.
Cup of tea on.
See you later. Yeah. You relax in there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's what I mean by daily battles. But
yeah.
Try to win as many as I can.
Yeah.
That's why now that I'm in a better place, even mentally, I know that it's going to be a journey. But I'm glad I'm happy.
Yeah. I am too. Yeah. I'm glad you're happy too. Yeah. But yeah, good Yeah.
We've had some journeys together.
Yeah. But it's funny. Look, thinking back, like just another lifetime, like all different, like totally other universes, sort of thing. And you look back and go, oh man, I'm not even that person I thought I was. And you sort of have to recreate yourself all the time. And it's like, man, like thinking back, I'm totally different from what I was back then, or even what I was last year or the year before. And I guess it's able to be able to be adaptable to life as it comes at you, because bro, we all don't know what we're doing. We all don't know we're all just trying to do the best for ourselves and trying to do life. And nobody has the answer. Nobody's better than anyone else. And if we can all come to that understanding and lift each other up and talk to each other like you are today, traveling down from Auckland, saving your money to come and see me, bro, and that's all. That's on, G. Yeah.
So it's good being here.
Yeah.
And like I would blame like circles, because I realised I was, when people say, it's the circle I'm in.
Yeah.
But I was noticing I wasn't saying, I'm the problem in this circle.
Oh yeah. You're trying to figure out who the problem was.
Yeah. No, I was blaming everyone.
Oh yeah, like you did that to me. You did that to me. Yeah. So, that's a trap too. That's a trap in itself. Yeah.
It's all excuses, but
like
even with our circle, I was like, I was even with your brother.
Yeah.
And I just never felt like I was a good influence. Even with that fight. Yeah. That one. Because I was starting to go through the timeline when I was, looking in the mirror. I was like, see what's been going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, my actions are really affecting the people around me.
Yeah.
Even when Declan cut his arm, I was there for that.
Oh yeah.
I just felt like your whānau, I was like, just being negative there.
Yeah.
My whānau, not being a good role model there. And then, downhill. I was like, okay. Forgive, not forget.
But it's your what makes you a good person, bro, is your awareness of it. And you can look at yourself and go, you know what? Oh, I'm aware of that. That I might have contributed to that bad situation where a lot of people can't actually take a long time to jump out of that mindset and go, and stay stuck in it and go, nah, you did this to me. You did this to me, bro. Yeah, I know what you mean, there, dude. But like, a water off a duck's back, bro. You just gotta let those things go and, bro, just uplift yourself and uplift those around you. And,
bro.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with you. I love seeing you. You're so fresh.
So fresh. Yeah, it's like when I talked to my mum for the first time in a couple of years. She looked at me and said, "You're different," and I was like, "Yeah, I am." She's like, "You're like what you used to be, but even different than that." And I was like, "I know, mum. Yeah, I know. I'm actually I'm doing well. I'm doing good." It's like, but I'm starting to like you did, go back on the timeline, but I'm sort of just chucking it out there on the social media, which is pretty scary. Because when I first started sharing stuff, bro, it was freaky because I was scared what everyone would say and scared and people were saying stuff, and I was like, oh no, I was having like anxiety and wanted to delete the first video I ever did. And I wanted to delete it straight away because I started cringing at it and going, and my missus was like, no, it's good, babe, it's all good. Just have a rest, have a sleep. You're pretty tired. You're overthinking it, and just have a sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and you'll feel different. And I woke up the next morning and I was just like, phew, it's all in my head. I don't actually, and that's when I started to really, not in a negative way, but not care what anyone thought. And my main thing was caring what rugby people thought, what the rugby community would say to me and past players. And when I started facing the past players that were talking to me, and I was just going, okay, I don't actually care what you have to say because my experience is valid as well. I respect you have an opinion. Yeah, I respect that. But I've validated myself enough that I know my truth. I know my truth. And I know my truth and my experience is valid as well. So that's, it happened organically. I didn't mean to start doing these videos. All I started my page was for a training page and to try and get clients because I was going to study PTing in that. And so I started a training page and then no one was looking at it. I wasn't getting any views or anything. And I sort of wasn't caring, but I was just chucking it out there. And people can see that I train hard and lift heavy and, and I used to play rugby and come to me for advice or maybe, a call half money to do a training program or, but then I just started turning it into this other thing where I was just sort of venting all my mamai that I had inside. So that's what the space is about to me. My whole social media thing is a place for healing and a place to get that raru out and have it be out. And once you identify it and put it out there, it can't affect you anymore. So see you later. I'm moving forward and that's pretty much what my whole page is about.
No, it's good. It's needed and I'm glad it's healing for you. Healing for you.
As much as it's healing for me, or as much as I'm like sort of people are resonating with some of the messages I say and they're all messaging me and that, but it's healing myself more than anything too. It's getting all the feedback that I'm getting and the critiques and the people commenting or messaging through and sharing their experiences with me. It's just like information gathering and I'm just loving it.
Just reconnecting. Reminiscing and even talking about what you can do future-wise. Issues that you're conversed about. And how we can be better in those spaces, especially for the young players coming through. Like, imagine us hearing a lot of these messages back in school.
I know, bro. That's the main. That's the co-papa of the page is sort of to give back. And I think there's a lot of room for improvement, especially in player welfare. And some players people don't agree, and that's all good. And I think that we can do a lot better in those spaces because there are people sort of suffering post the rugby and during the rugby, and I know I was there, so I'm thinking how are other people feeling, and how can we help the people now going through the same thing, the young fellas, and because I know I went to some pretty dark places, and all of that kind of stuff. I had that happening, and a couple of times, or more than a few times. So I just think, imagine if a young fella's going through that now, and they didn't have any hope in the world. What can I give back to them? This year, pretty much is what I'm trying to do. Anyway,
no, it's good. It's tough too, and it's brave.
Yeah, definitely. People that come on here are brave for sharing their truth as well and talking. So I respect that too for you coming and doing that, and X as well. But
still following him.
Nah. I just thought, I'll start with my people closest to me, and who can I start with? Family and all our friends is what I'm getting to first, and whatever happens, and whoever wants to talk, and that's what the space is about.
And people don't have to watch it.
If they don't like it, that's what I'm. That's the best. Show on by, fella, or leave your 2 cents. All good. That's all good too.
All good. But it's definitely reaching to other people, even my whole whānau, and bro, put us doing some videos.
When I first started, because I didn't want to do like a podcasty thing, I just wanted to have chats. I didn't want to do a whole like a professional type, like just wanted to be raw and sort of. A lot of people have been saying it's a breath of fresh air, just hearing a real chat, because it's a lot of the things we're saying. People want to say them, but they're too scared, or they're too mummy from the past, and they don't want to share their pain. So having brave people like you and Dex straight away is pretty neat. So just come on and talk.
It's good to hear from Dex too.
Yeah.
And just hear the story on how far he's come to overcome those. It's a battle.
Yeah. Are those new ones?
Yeah, it's my grandparents.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't seen those ones before.
You just keep starting little.
Oh yeah, because you haven't got anything. Oh yo.
Vision skill.
Yeah. Are you gonna get anything?
I haven't planned for anything.
Oh yeah. No. Finish on a cut or something, bro? Yeah, no, I don't have any cut. I just have the Lord's Prayer I usually say, but okay. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Come on, bro. Thank you, brother.